Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And it is the final challenge of Street Woman Fighter Season 2. It is the finale. I do know that Bebe wins the show. Congratulations to them. It is no shock to me. They were a powerhouse throughout the entire season. I do know second place was Jam Republic, third was 1MILLION, and fourth was Mannequin. They are definitely the top four that I would have picked to be in the finals, so it was such a joy to watch their global mission, and now we are here to what they are representing as a group. And we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Inspire Million, 1MILLION.
Here we go. Very curious what they're gonna bring here. This track is so good. I've used this track before. Come on.
Will you hold the line when every one of them is giving up and giving in? Tell me, in this house of mine, nothing ever comes without a consequence and cost. Tell me, will the stars align? Will heaven step in? Will it save us from a sin? Will it? Cause this house of mine stands strong. That's the price you pay.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, girls. And I love the fact they're barefoot too. Oh, this is cool. Come on. Yeah. Great job, 1MILLION. Way to finish it the way you want to finish it. I love that. That feels very much like we're getting back to, it feels like we're going back to reset, right? Like we're going back from the top in like a good way, not in a like, oh, they didn't learn their lesson, they got to start over. It just feels like we're going back to what has been a captivating element of 1MILLION, has been their exploration of contemporary concepts. And I absolutely love the fact that we're seeing that here. And see, I'm teary-eyed with all of them. Like I even almost had a single tear for this one too. I love how they're setting it up, finishing it through. This is such a great track. It is really hard to count, and it's just, I'm always impressed when people use the song. The smoke was super cool. It's the final performance for them, bleeding over. I love this setting it up so beautifully. Yeah, everyone, tell me, having one person control them, going up from the syncopation of the upper body, dropping it down to the lower body, bleeding it out to bring it over to a new feature. I love that. Even now, twisting of the heels, even though you can't really see all the detail, that's what makes it so mysterious, right? And that's what I really love about it. Even though the fog is covering up some of it, you can still see it enough. And just how they chose to make it they're writing it the way they want to write it. Even there, doo-doo, having more of that jerk effect, and then they bleed it back out up to the top. Yeah, so even here, having each person has their own moment, right? She's having her own moment. We already had two other people have their moments. You know, it's just really nice that everyone is taking their own approach to how they're handling it out, but the texture and how they're choosing to write it is similar. Stay strong, that little stay strong with the head. Beautiful. The transition, not everybody was up. Some people were rolling on the floor and they dropped down. Look at the levels. I think that's something that I've always loved about 1MILL is they definitely explore multiple levels. I would say the only time I didn't see that was when they were doing, it was the Hype. It was like the Hype interim draft choreo for the K-pop challenge. I think it was like one of the only times I didn't see that. Or they didn't really explore as many layers when they did like one 5v5 in the very beginning of the series. I mean, all that. I just really love their choices they're making here. Very stable. So stable. Do you see how stable she is? There's not a single imbalance that she's making. And everybody is stable in their own choice. Like, even there, did you see how far back she was hinging? Like, she was a whole matrix of an arch, man. And that was cool. Doom, doom, doom. And then they bleed over. That was like, da, 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 da. I love that they were dropping here. I love this, where they chose to create a hyperextension as a fixed point. My shoulders are so tight right now, I need to stretch. But when you're here, as they're here, and just having that look on their face as they create that fixed point, I think that's one of my favorite moments of this entire routine. That boom, and then they all bring it back at the same time. So powerful. And they all broke away. That right there, they're really getting into it. You're a natural. And just taking it and throwing it at the top. I love that. This feels very, very 1MILL in like a really great way. As they pop off, love it. And she brings herself forward in the transition. You know, even though there's some certain discrepancies in how they're going about doing the choreo, I don't care. Like, I feel like everybody, what's the right way? I almost got, hold on. Okay. Something I really like that I'm seeing here is that everybody is approaching the choreography where you can tell they're all in the same group, obviously, but they're doing it in the way that feels appropriate to them. And I think that when you think about criteria of your crew's colors, that would be what I would see there. You know, like just seeing that this is 1MILL. Somebody chooses to over vibrato a texture. I really think that doesn't matter. You know, like I personally don't think that matters. If somebody does something a little bit more extroverted than somebody else, we're watching 1MILLION right now, and it feels like they get to be themselves, and we get to see them emulate themselves without any restrictions of having to modify something for the basis of a criteria. And I think that's what got me choked up just a second ago, was thinking and finally processing through that and what I get to see here. It's such a joy. Love the quick heel, like a little tip-tap-toe house step right here. Love it. You know, it's just, this was gorgeous as they chose to do it, and then they bled it over with the folding of the hands as she goes around. But then seeing another hand with the focal point, it's just so multi-dimensional in depth, this whole section here with the bleeded in. I think there's another thing that happened. That right there, if you look, where you just have people peeking out, and then you have the twisting of the fingers, and then you have the fold out. It's just there's so much depth to this, which is really captivating. And she brings it over. I love this here. Boom, they bring it out. This is so gorgeous. And even having the lanky, the lethargicness of the front dropping down, but it's still very strong. Then we've seen this before. That was from the K-pop challenge. Love it. I love it, guys. This is great. And then they bleed it up, three-dimensional. I love the pullback of the camera that really helps bring that sound to life for us. Yeah, it's just this part is clean, but they're still being able to throw their whole body and their performance quality, so it's matching very well. Even with the backwards roll in this world, very clean and impressive. The fact that everybody did it and snapped their head up at the same time. It's so impressive. Natural and bled up with the kick. Love that. Rolling forward. Very simple finish. That was really good. It really was. You know, I think like you can even see, I think it was, I forgot who it was, but you notice that for her, it's like, we're done. Yeah, you can just see it. Like, see it in her face. You can just see it. They're like, we did it. You know what I mean? Like, you can see her just like, hold it together. That's literally what it felt like. And it's just, it's really nice to be able to, it was really nice to experience that. That was truly, that felt very much 1 million, and it really felt like such a, just seeing from what I knew about them from the start to seeing them now, it's really nice that I get to see them as 1 million as a group, not as just like this organization, this entity that is the studio that, you know, really made their way through social media. I just, you know, I get to see this is 1 million. And it was really nice to watch and analyze and see their growth in this whole process, because I feel like they grew a lot. And it was really nice to see. Guys, we did it. We have finished analyzing all of the individual groups. I think there's like one more thing that I have on my schedule to react to regarding the show, but I don't think I've processed it yet that I've officially finished, you know, because I don't know. I've been doing this for a couple months now, and this is technically my first series, or my first season of a series that I've watched weekly, you know, because everything else I've just done in bulk. But here it is the first time that every week I would come and we would react to what was on the schedule. And so knowing that I'm officially transitioning to another season or a different series because the series is concluded, it's bittersweet, and I definitely think that these crews brought it the whole season, and the fact that I feel like I've grown so much in these couple of months just as an observer of these and analyzing them and giving feedback or things that I've noticed, things that were new to me. I really feel like I'm better for it, you know, and at the end of the day, I feel like any crew could have taken it, but the fact that Bebe took it, I'm really glad and happy for them, and major congratulations to them for it. But also everybody else in the finals held it down, and it was such a joy to watch. Thank you guys for being a part of the journey with me. It's truly been incredible. You will keep seeing me, of course, with other reactions, but this is one of the last times I'm signing off for Street Woman Fighter Season 2. I'm Jess. Thank you again, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.